position 8, so we have these many things. Alignment pattern. So when the QR code starts reading here, it has to go straight. In case image tilt and it goes like this, when it reaches this pattern, it understood, okay, image is somewhat tilted. Based on that, I have to adjust the timestamp. So based on that, it will try to read the value. So data placement. Once I generated all my data bits, all my error correction bits from last location, I have to go upward and then I have to come. So zigzag position I have to come. So even in the zigzag, it's not a single column. The 2 column, again it's zigzag only. So first bit, second bit, third bit, fourth bit, like that it will keep on going. So any finder pattern, information level, dark pattern, alignment pattern is there, we can skip it and we have to move to the next location and we can keep. So at last it will finish here. The last one, as I said, here you can see this 3 length. This is actually the white continuous lines. Similarly, white continuous lines are vertical. Even in the information line, this is not the finder pattern, this is not the alignment pattern, this is not the timing pattern. Okay, but this is the information pattern. In the information pattern, again the same pattern, something like this, is there. Okay? So it doesn't understand whether here finder pattern is there or data information is there. So this will go for the penalty. So whatever the number it mentioned, based on the penalty, how much penalty it get based on the error. Okay. So we need to do some masking to reduce this penalty. So to reduce this penalty, when we do the masking, so how we want to do the masking means, out of the 7 different penalties, 7 different masking, which will give less penalty, we'll use that masking. Okay. So after, even after we encode with the mask, maybe some of the patterns will have the same pattern, something like finder, alignment, or timing patterns. But still, we can satisfy. The reason is less number of penalties there. That means less number of error is there, less number of mismatch is there. That is the thing. So we have to find out for the all 7 possible masking, and we have to compare which has the less penalty. For that, we have to do the masking. Error correction steps. So the error correction steps, the Reed-Solomon technique, whatever it's required for the error correction code generation, only that mathematical steps are followed. So for that, first polynomial long division, maybe we are aware of it all the time. So whatever the terminal, that means message polynomial is there, with that generative polynomial we have to divide. So after division, subtraction we have to do. Again, whatever we keep, multiply with the generator, we'll keep it, we'll subtract it, we'll get the result. So here, every time we'll multiply with this maximum with the generator polynomial or division polynomial. Whatever is there, we'll try to subtract. After subtract, again, we'll repeat the step until we'll get the last or least term. So the Galois field, in a sense, it has only 0 to 255. More than 255 is there, again I have to somewhat approximate to 0 to 255. For that, they'll XOR with modulo 2 or else modulo 289. So it is there in the page, you can check it. So whenever they do, whatever the remainder is there, that remainder will say the Galois field number. Why they are converting into Galois field means, after this, for the instead of subtraction, they want to do with the XOR operation. So this XOR operation will again represent the same value. For that, they'll went for the Galois field. So using the Galois field, whatever the power is there, that means whatever this number is there, the coefficient 3, this 3, actually here 3 is there, not there. In case if the number is 2 in the sense, that will be represented with 2 power 1. In case the number is 4 means 2 power 2. So till 2 power 7 it's fine. But 2 power 8 is 256, which is greater than 255. So in the Galois field, it will not suit. So what they will do, 256 XOR with 285. So whatever the value we are getting is 29. So 2 power 8 is represented as 29, or else the coefficient 29 is represented as 2 power 8. Okay. At last, if it is a binary number, that means this is actually the radix. Since it's a binary, we kept it as 2. If it is a decimal or something else, based on the radix we will keep. So they'll normally notate with the alpha, common thing. Okay. So that's what here it's mentioned as alpha. Both are same. Then the multiplication. In case if I'm multiplying with 2 power 8 with 2 power 5, something like 3x into something. I need to multiply the polynomial. So for the multiplication, 16 into 32 in the sense, 16 will be as 2 power 4, 32 will be 2 power 5, which is actually 2 power 4 into 2 power 5, which is 2 power 9. 2 power 2 into 2 power 8 is 2 power 10. So 2 power 10 again, if I check, which is actually 116. So I can bring back my message polynomial value. So the third is generator polynomial generation. So generator polynomial, if you want to generate, first we need to write, that means the first generator polynomial is a alpha power 0 x power 1 plus alpha power 0 x power 0. In case if you want for the second state of generator polynomial, it will be multiplied with the previous polynomial with the x power 1. This is not x power 0, this is x power 1, alpha power 1, sorry. This is alpha power 1. So when you multiply, you will get the result. So that is your actual second state generator polynomial. It means if you have two error correction code word, we need we need to multiply these two, and whatever the result is there, that is our error generator polynomial. In case 3 means after multiplication, whatever is the result is there, with that result again we have to multiply alpha power 0 x power 1 plus alpha power 2 x power 0. That's what it's alpha power n. Okay. So if we keep on multiply, we'll get something like this. This is actually for the 26 error correction code word we have. So 0 to 26, 0 to 26, sorry, this is not yeah, x power 25, x power 26. So 0 to 26, this is for the generator polynomial for the respective message and the respective 3M version of QR code. So these are the steps for the error correction. So the exponent lead term, whatever is there, the exponent lead term, it should not become small compared to your generator polynomial. So initially, they'll multiply the message polynomial with the maximum number of generator polynomial. That means if your generator polynomial has x power 10 or x power 25, you have to multiply your message polynomial with x power 10 or x power 25. So then we have to proceed for the next steps. So now after multiplication, after multiplying with, with your x power n as a maximum value, okay. So once we multiply, we get the Galois field. That means whatever the terms we have to map it with the alpha notation. Once there, the multiplication is very easy. That means just addition of the exponent. So once if you add the exponent, whatever the result is there, that result at last, whatever here we have, again it's 2 power, which is a Galois field as I said. Instead of the subtraction, the XOR operation is sufficient to get back the value. So for this, you can go through what is the Galois field arithmetic. Okay. So these are the again the one simple example. This is my message polynomial. This is my generator polynomial. So in the first step, I need to multiply my message polynomial with x power 10. So 32 x power 25. So everything it will go for 17 x power 10. So x power 10 it will be higher. And these two should be in the same order. We have to check it. So it doesn't have any meaning. Just to understand or just to confirm, both has same meaning. The generator polynomial we multiplied with 15. So x power 15, which is a maximum of, that means 32 x power 15, which is a maximum of my generator polynomial first coefficient. That means MSB coefficient. So after doing this, multiply the generator polynomial by the lead term. That means this is the first step actually. 32 x power 25 plus 2 x power 25. This alpha power 0 is nothing, 32. So after we get this step, we have to preserve for the next step operation. So whatever this value is there, this value 32 will be XORed with the message polynomial function. So with respect to the equivalent x power terms. So x power n term is XORed with x power n. X power n minus 1 with XORed with x power n minus 1. It's exactly equal to subtraction of your message polynomial with the quotient. So this step. So after multiplication, whatever the subtraction we are doing, this one. This will continue how many digits we have or how many coefficients we have, that many times it will continue. So here since it has 25 times it will continue. Okay? So 25 times we have to repeat the same step. So first time, since it's a message polynomial, we'll directly do it. So second time, whatever the result is there, this result, first coefficient, whatever is there, that will become as a message polynomial. So this message polynomial 89x24 is multiplied with the generator polynomial. We'll get the generator polynomial is like this. So now this value is XORed with the, okay, after multiplication, this value is XORed with the message. So once again, it will keep on. So if you keep on observe, anyway we are multiplying with the first terminology. So anything XORed with same, that means A XORed with A, definitely we will get 0. Okay, so that's what from beginning, one after one, one on